Welcome back to the Mompreneur Plug. I'm Tamara, and my goal is to inspire moms all over the world to be their very best. On my channel, you'll experience vulnerability, transparency, love, laughter, and so much more. I spend most of my days trying to balance my work as an entrepreneur, a wife, but most importantly, a mother. So come along for the ride as we work, grow, and boss like a mom together. Hey guys, welcome back to part 2. I'm super glad that you're here because you could have easily been like, nah, I don't want to watch that. But I'm glad that you're here. So let's dive in. I want to talk to you guys about why it is beneficial to get counseling and the benefits of it in general, to get counseling or therapy. A lot of times people associate going to therapists, and sometimes they call them shrinks, psychiatrists, or whatever. A lot of people have a negative view on it because they feel like something has to be wrong with you in order to go. And granted, when I first went, I did have postpartum depression and I was dealing with anxiety, severe depression, but I probably wouldn't have started dealing with some of the stuff I was dealing with had I been going to counseling prior to. So I just want to share with you guys like the benefits of it, why you should do it, and to remove the stigma from it. So for me personally, I started going to counseling, like I said, because I originally was diagnosed with postpartum depression 5 years ago. I have been with the same counselor for 5 years. She's amazing. She's a woman of God, a woman of faith. So she definitely encourages me in the Lord, but she keeps it real and she uses practical knowledge and wisdom to help me get through situations. I have been through some traumatic experiences and she has literally helped me sort through all of it. So I'm beyond grateful to have her in my life, because like I give a lot of credit to the fact that I'm able to make it through some of the roughest times in my life due to the strategies that she's taught me. So first benefit of going to counseling, I would say, is to be able to vent to an unbiased person. So the first benefit is being able to vent to an unbiased person. And the reason I say that is because sometimes you might want to talk to your homegirl or your mom or your aunt or your grandmother or your best friend or, a coworker about some of the things that you're dealing with. And there's nothing wrong with that. But to a certain extent, when you talk to people, they're going to have a bias when it comes to you because either they're going to really care about you, or it may be some people who secretly want to see you fail. So you have to be careful in who you choose to vent. And we all know that, right? But sometimes it's good to be able to talk to somebody who's not in your life. Like my counselor and I, we're not friends. We don't hang out outside of sessions. So it's literally her only relationship with me is I'm her client. And her goal is to help me get through and deal with this anxiety. Real quick, if you like the knowledge and the content that I've given so far, go ahead and press the thumbs up because that's going to let me know that you're enjoying it and it's going to let me know that I should keep doing videos like this. Trust me, I need to know. I'm building my niche here, trying to get in a groove on the channel, and I definitely need your feedback. And also, don't forget to comment. Let me know what you think about the video. All right, guys, keep watching. I no longer deal with depression, but anxiety sometimes can bring on depression. So that is why I stay constant in it, because I don't want to ever get to a place where I'm back where I was, because that was a dark time. And like I said, I'm going to make a video about that. But you want to be able to give dump information without getting a biased opinion. You might go to your mom about the fact that you're dealing with stress and you're stressed out, and mom might go into protection mode, and instead of listening to what you're saying, she's trying to fix everything, and then she's getting defensive. Well, I don't know how to help you. And whereas with the counselor, you dump it on them and they spitting back knowledge like, okay, have you tried this? Have you tried that? You know what I mean? Or you might go to your best friend to talk to her about how you're dealing with certain stuff, and she may be, ready to fight somebody. And you like, no, that's not what I need. I don't need to go out and be fighting. I'm trying to stay together, So you just, and I'm not saying that you might have a great best friend who gives great advice. I know I do have some good friends that give great advice, but sometimes it's good to just be able to dump. Sometimes you don't want to talk to people close to you. Sometimes you don't want to share with them the things that's going on in your mind, because you might have some dark things in there that you don't feel comfortable sharing with somebody until you can get to a professional who can help you sort through it. You know what I mean? That's just being honest. So that's the first benefit. The second benefit is to get practical skills and tools on how to sort through anxiety. So for me personally, my therapist is constantly dropping tools and knowledge on different ways to handle it. For example, yesterday in my session, she forwarded me an anchor chart. And pretty much this chart is helping me sort through the behavior, or what happened right before I started having the anxiety, and then what is my response to it? Like, what do I think? Like, how do I feel about it? Like, it's just this whole chart breaking it down for me. So guess what? I'm going to utilize it, and it's going to help me compartmentalize and kind of go to the root of where the anxiety, because a lot of times when I'm dealing with anxiety, it's stemming from something particular. And so for me, the whole thing with dying and not waking up in my sleep, it was stemming from the fact that I didn't have answers. So I had to go back and revisit that place and say, okay, you don't have answers, but what are the facts? The test results have come back negative. You're not, there's nothing happening to you physically that's warning the doctors that you're near death. You haven't died. Okay, like, what are the facts? And so I have to go, and she helps me break those things down. And that's literally another tool that she tells me all the time. Okay, Tamara, what are the facts? You're off here in Tamara world. You're not in the reality right now. In the reality, what are the facts? Okay, I know you feel like this and you feel like these things are going to happen, but what's actually happening, and what is your reality, right? So, I mean, you can go to counseling and pick up on the stuff, and you can start counseling other people yourself. I mean, that's how good the knowledge and the tools are. And then the third benefit of going to counseling is it helps you overall become a better person, and be a better you. It frees you. It's liberating. So I would say going to counseling, the third benefit for going to counseling is to become free, to be liberated. Because you could not have anxiety, right? You could not have any of the things that I deal with, or some other mothers or other women can relate to. But you can simply just need a dumping ground, and you just need to sort. Sometimes you have a lot going on. For example, the busy mom who may not be anxious, may not have anxiety, may not have stress, but you just got a lot going on, and you literally going to counseling is like your way of escaping, to just sit down and say, and just let it all out. And then you go home and you feel 10 times lighter, and you let it all out, and you're ready to be back in action. So those would be the things that I would say is good, and why you should to consider counseling. Because at the end of the day, you got to be your best you. You got to be your best you. Guys, I have struggled with this for more than that I know of, 5 years. I believe I was dealing with it before. I know I was dealing with it before I got diagnosed with it. But after being diagnosed, 5 years, is a long time to deal with something and not have proper tools. Thank God I did have the proper tools, but imagine there's mothers out there right now who are struggling with anxiety and A, don't know that they're struggling with anxiety, or B, know that they're struggling with it and have no idea how to deal with it. And they're lashing out on their families. They're considering suicide. They are stressed out. They're not their best selves. So stick around with me for part 3. We're going to share with you guys some signs of how you know you're dealing with anxiety and the first step to getting help. Stick around. I love you guys. Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning into my channel. I'm so grateful for your support, and I'm grateful that you've decided to take this mompreneur journey with me. With that being said, if you've made it all the way to the end of the video and you haven't liked or subscribed, what are you doing? If you want to like or subscribe to my channel, please click here. And if you want to see my latest video, please click here. Love you guys.